We're here with Vegas Golden Knights head coach Bruce Cassidy. Bruce, it is the final week of the NHL regular season. What do you want to see from your team in these last two games, both against Seattle?
Well, we've always said we want to keep our game up to a good level. We obviously want to win the games so we can close out the season in the best possible playoff position. But more importantly, our game and our health. We've, the last couple of games we've taken a few hits with players, and hopefully they're going to be ready to go for the playoffs. But we don't want any more injuries if we can help it. That's a little bit of the stuff you can't control. But like I said, that's what every coach wants: as healthy lineup as you can have.
You've played some playoff caliber teams these last few weeks. What encourages you the most about how your club is playing, especially when it comes to experimenting with your lines?
Well, we've had good team defense, and I think that way you can move some forwards around and build some chemistry and get through those parts of the game maybe where you're not scoring because you're trying different things. But we've used different goaltenders. I think that's a good sign. A couple of them are coming back onto the ice, so to have some depth at that position is important as well. But at the end of the day, I think we're finding ways to win, Tina, more than anything, and that's a good sign. It means that guys, whatever's required that night, are able to do. So for the most part, that's been good for us.
Health is obviously key during this time of the season. We saw Mark Stone back out there today in a blue non-contact jersey, Aiden Hill and Logan Thompson as well. What does it mean to have some of those guys back out there, especially your captain?
Yeah, well, Mark is an important part of the team. Like, this is just another phase of his return to play, so we're not going to get too excited, but I think we're excited because he's able to do this and he's had no setbacks and he's around the group again, right? And if we get him back in the lineup at some point, that'll be a nice bonus. We'll see about that down the road, but right now just having him around just for morale and for the mindset of the group is always nice. And the goaltenders, listen, Aiden played the other night in Henderson. He played a couple periods, so he's feeling better about his game. Logan hasn't got that far yet, so we'll see how he does. But again, important position. We want to be as healthy as possible.
Bruce, we've seen 5 different starting goalies this season. I mean, what's impressed you most about how some of these guys have stepped up?
Well, I don't think you're going to see 6. That's the good news. Well, just their ability. First of all, you got to be able to play in the league. Every guy that's played, Jonathan obviously is going to go into the Hall of Fame. Patera is a young guy that is a future prospect that came up and did well. So you've got both sides of the spectrum there. We've got the guys that have been here all year. Lauren Brossois paid his dues down in Henderson. He had a surgery last summer and put the work in, and he's benefiting now. So for me, I'm happy for all of them that they were able to help us win. And at the end of the day, you can only play one in the playoffs to at least start with. So that's our focus right now.
Final 2 questions for you. We are exactly a week away from the puck dropping for the NHL playoffs. You know how special playoff hockey is, but how excited are you to begin your run here with Vegas?
Well, it's the best time of year. I mean, I think everyone would tell you that the 82-game season is there for a reason to build your game and get going to get to this point, but it can be a grind at times, whereas the playoffs is more, that's what you're playing for. You want your name on the Stanley Cup. People are envious of the teams that are still playing as you go along. We want to be one of those teams. So that's the way I look at it. I think the fans get behind it. It's the most exciting, to me, playoff sport there is, especially when you get games going into overtime. So can't wait to get going.
You've clinched home ice advantage in this first round. What are you looking forward to most when it comes to playing inside T-Mobile Arena?
Well, our fans are outstanding. It's an electric atmosphere. For us, we've been fortunate. We played really well on the road too, so we could have played anywhere. But if we can get going at home and get a good start, and then build bring our road game that's been so good all year, then we're going to be a really tough team to beat.
Bruce, thank you so much. Good luck the rest of the way.
All right, thanks for having me.